Resolution of the Board of Supervisors of Appomattox County, Virginia, to dissolve the existing Appomattox County Social Services Board and constitute a local board comprised of the county administrator with an advisory board. Whereas pursuant to section 63-2 or 63.2-300 Code of Virginia, the county is required to have a local services board, social services board, which is responsible for oversight of the Appomattox County Social Services Department. And whereas pursuant to section 63.2-302 of the Code of Virginia, the county's local board may, in its discretion, be comprised of either a local government official or an administrative board consisting of residents of the county who are appointed by the Board of Supervisors. And whereas the Appomattox County Social Services currently has an administrative board comprised of residents of the county that were appointed by the Board of Supervisors, as well as one member of the board. And whereas section 63.2-305 of the Code of Virginia provides that if the county instead elects to appoint a local government official as the local social services board, it may also appoint a board to serve in an advisory capacity to such local social services board. And whereas the Appomattox County Board of Supervisors desires to appoint the county administrator of Appomattox County as the local social services board and to establish an advisory board to serve in an advisory capacity to such local social services board as permitted by section 63.2-302 and section 63.2-305 of the Code of Virginia. And now therefore it be resolved by the Appomattox County Board of Supervisors that effective as the date of this resolution, the current local administrative social services board governing the Appomattox County Social Service Department is hereby dissolved, and the county administrator of Appomattox County hereby constitutes the local administrative social services board for the Appomattox County Department of Social Services. Be it further resolved that pursuant to section 63.2-305 of the Code of Virginia, there is hereby created an Appomattox Social Services Advisory Board, which shall have all the powers and responsibilities contained in the Code of Virginia as amended. The advisory board shall have at least one member from each district of the county when possible, as well as one member of the Board of Supervisors, to include the other agencies represented as the Board of Supervisors deems necessary, each to be subsequently appointed with terms set by the Board of Supervisors. To be adopted this 12th day of August, 2024. Is there further discussion? Not hearing any discussion, we'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Carter?
No.
Mr. Hibbs?
Aye.
Mr. Reverend Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Webskill?
Aye.
I vote aye also. Motion is carried. All right. I also like at this time to read kind of a public announcement. At the July meeting in closed session, the Commonwealth Attorney and the local sheriff met with the board to discuss written complaints and findings received concerning the local Department of Social Services. This board is proactively taking measures to address some of the documented information from citizens, clients, local agencies, and legal representatives that were communicated to us, the governing body of this county. Respectively, we have decided to dissolve the current local social services administrative board and create a local Department of Social Services advisory board, which shall have all the powers and responsibilities contained in the Code of Virginia and will advocate for the most vulnerable citizens. The advisory board will meet regularly with Department of Social Services and local government officials to make operational and procedural recommendations to the local county administrative board. That best keeps the focus of the clients that are served and helps to ensure that the local Department of Social Services is engaging clients appropriately. The newly created advisory board will provide regular reports to us that we can work collaboratively towards a goal of continuous operational performance, ensuring the best customer outcomes for the people who need the department's support. Guidelines and training opportunities for the local Social Services Advisory Board are set forth by the Commonwealth of Virginia's Local Board Member Handbook. Adoption of this resolution grants the authority to our board and county administrator to certify that opportunities that are set forth are adhered to. please call our trip line number, 434-664-2172. That's 434-664-2172. Or email us at dssconcerns@appomattoxcountyva.gov. That's dssconcerns@appomattoxcountyva.gov to report prior or current concerns relative to the service from the local Department of Social Services.
I'm glad you had to read that.
Not having any other business before this board on the agenda, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Is there a second? Second. All in favor? Aye. We are adjourned.
Can I copy this to look at this?
Oh, yes, that's
Does that machine work?
It does.